In our previous video, we saw why and where you can save some space inside your home interiors. And today we will be talking about each of these places in more detail from an interior designer's perspective. If you haven't still watched that video before, so have a look at that video also. We have mentioned the link in the description. Hi, my name is Praveen and I'm the head of design at Intrior. So let's start the video. In our previous video, we started with the foyer or the entrance area. So let's start with the same topic again in much more detail. We will start with the safety door itself. While entering into the house, the safety door can be a big hurdle if it is not designed and executed properly. If you are planning for a safety door, then you must think about two basic points. First, whether you can open it fully on either side of the wall, or if it is not possible, then you can make it 1/3 and 2/3 style of safety door, which helps you a lot if there is a neighbor nearby which is very close. So in that case you can take that, but there are certain design limitations to it, but still it is a good option to have. But if you have some adjacent wall besides your main door, then you should go for a full safety door only, as the 1/3 and 2/3 concept reduces the overall design aspect into it. Now let's talk about the shoe rack. Shoe rack can be either be placed outside the main door or inside your house as soon as you enter. Firstly, you need to check with the builder or the society that you can place a shoe rack outside. It will be more convenient and the internal space of your living room or foyer area will be saved. In any of the cases where the shoe rack is placed outside the main door or inside the main door, you have two options to think about. First, that you can make your shelves inside the shoe rack in a slanted position so that it reduces the overall depth of the shoe rack. This was about the depth factor, but what about if you don't have much space to widen up the shoe rack or heighten up the shoe rack? In that case, if you have some more depth to play with, there are some shoe rack fittings that come for a modular furniture, but we can also fit it in a traditional home interior project. This shoe rack fitting comes in 2-tier and 3-tier fitting, and it goes inside the shoe rack completely, and when you open it up, you can see the shoes arranged in it properly. This fitting takes up a lot of space depth wise. So if you have some problem with the width of the shoe rack or height of the shoe rack, then you can take this fitting, but still you need to have good depth, let's say around 15 inches. Also, if you have some space or a niche inside the living room or before entering the living room, then make use of that for the shoe rack. Now let's jump into the living room. In living room, we discussed that there are three main furniture that takes up most of the space. First, sofa, second, dining table, and third is the TV unit. Let's talk about sofa first. A sofa can take up majority of the floor space if it is made bulky. You can compact the size of the sofa to the bare minimum requirement sizes, then you can save some space into it. For example, if the armrest or the backrest can be reduced by half, like the regular size of an armrest and backrest is 6 inches, you can reduce it further till 3 to 4 inches so that overall length of your sofa remains compact. Also, the standard for sitting on a sofa is 24 by 24 or 2 feet by 2 feet. You can further reduce this single seat option to 21 by 21, further reducing the size of the sofa. Another option in sofa is sofa cum bed. So if you make your sofa in such a way that it is convertible into a sofa cum bed, then it also comes in handy when there are extra people into the house. Now let's check with the dining area. The dining area, first of all, you need to think that whether you really need a dining table or not, because some people, which are our clients, take dining table but they don't generally use it. Now if you have decided that you need a dining table, so let's discuss what can be done in a dining table so that it occupies less amount of space, because dining table is such a thing that occupies majority of the living area, not the sofa. The dining table takes the more of the space. The first thing that you can do for a dining table is the table itself. You can align the table and the wall together so that it provides you more space after the dining table. For example, if you have a table size, let's say around 5 feet by 3 feet, then you can touch the 3 feet area towards one particular wall. What it will do, it will just save you additional 30 inches of space if some person was sitting on that side. This option is best suitable for 4-seater and 5-seater dining tables, so it is the best way if you want a fixed dining table. Now if you are a person who uses the dining table the least, then another option would be a folding dining table. A folding dining table fitting mounts the whole table on the wall, so whenever you need the dining table, you just pull it out and it serves as a dining table. The only problem with the folding dining table concept is the dining chairs itself, because after you close the dining table, the chair still remains at its current position and you need to place that chairs inside your living or the dining area, so it will be seeming like an unnecessary object inside your room. In that case, you can take a bench or a puffy for a dining table, so that after you close the dining table, you can use that together with your sofa. So now let's talk about the TV unit inside the living room. A TV unit can be seen to be bulky if you have too much storages inside it. So now let's talk that what amount of storage we need to provide inside a TV unit to make it look compact. First, think that if a TV unit can be drawerless or something, because drawer takes up minimum 12 inches of depth. If there is a depth issue inside your home, then you can just take a shutter instead of a drawer in the base unit of the TV unit. You can play with more of paneling work inside a TV unit rather than a box storage. It will be helpful in space saving. Next we come to a center table. Now why we are talking about center table is, if you don't have a space for a dining area especially, you can take a convertible center table as well as a dining table. We have done it at several places. A center table gets converted into a full-size dining table and you can enjoy your food or meal while sitting on the sofa itself. After the living room, let's move into the passage area. Inside a passage, if you are planning some kind of storage, then just be aware that the passage in itself is too much narrow to accommodate. If you have any kind of niche inside your passage, then you can make storages there. Also, if you are wanting a common basin kind of a setup in the passage area, then make sure that it doesn't come outside or protrude outside from the walls. If you want a basin setup there, you will need to do some kind of civil work if you don't already have some niche in the passage, like taking it some space outside the adjacent rooms or toilets and just creating a small niche for the common basin. Now let's start with the kitchen area. In a kitchen, the most bulky unit will be your fridge. A fridge takes up a lot of space if it is a bigger one, like a side-by-side refrigerator. If you can plan your kitchen from the start, you can place the fridge at the last corner of a kitchen, so it will be non-obtrusive. Kitchen is a place where there are a lot of items like utensils, dabbas, cutleries, etc. For this, you need to effectively plan a kitchen. You need to plan out the kitchen in such a way that the maximum area of the kitchen is well utilized. At the very first, you can make sure that the storages inside your kitchen are well utilized, like the amount or the proportion of baskets and plain shelves should be good enough so that your requirement suffices. The small dabbas or cutlery can be placed in the baskets, whereas the big dabbas can be placed inside some kind of a shelf system so that it can take up the load of the dabba. If your kitchen has an L-shaped platform, then there is a corner which is less utilized, so using that corner can be a task. If you want to properly utilize that corner, then you should take some kind of a fitting that utilizes that, like a magic corner or a carousel, which takes care of the corner and it is very easy to use. The only limitation of a magic corner or a carousel is its weight capacity. The weight it can carry is limited, so you cannot place much more heavier items inside that. If you want to organize your kitchen baskets in a much better way, we have a separate video for it. We will be linking that in the description. Now let's talk about chimney also. Why we are talking about chimney? Because it takes up the space inside your overhead storages, the pipe of the chimney. If it is a ductless chimney, then the pipe is not there, so you can save some space there. We also have a video on ductless and ductable chimneys comparison. You can also have a look on that. Another thing in a kitchen would be an oven. If you have an oven, mostly it will be placed inside the overhead storages. The depth of an overhead storage is less compared to the depth of an oven, so it is protruding outside of the storage. To have a non-bulky look, you can place that oven unit in some kind of a corner if it is available, so it will look decent enough. Also, don't forget to make the maximum utilization in a kitchen. Like, take the advantage of all the walls above the platform. You can take the storage till the ceiling height so that the dead items can be kept there. In kitchen, if you have an attached dry balcony area, you can make some kind of storage there also to keep small items there. So now let's jump into the bedroom section. In a bedroom, the most occupying furniture is the bed itself, and if the bed is too big, like a king size or bigger than that too, then it occupies a lot of space. There are 2-3 measures that you can take so that the bed don't look too much bulky. The first thing you can do in a bed is its size itself. You can take a queen size of bed rather than a king size if your requirement suffices. It will save quite much space inside a bedroom. The second option you can do with a bed is take an extendable bed. The extendable bed seems to be single bed at this first look, and then it gets extended to make a double bed. This type of bed specially helps in small rooms so that it only gets opened when it is required, otherwise it is a single bed only. The third option for a bed is take a Murphy bed or a wall mounted bed. As the name suggests, it gets mounted on the wall and you just need to take it out or pull it downwards when you require them, otherwise it just vacates all of the space inside your bedroom. You should take a fixed bed if it is possible in your bedroom, because it also offers some kind of storage inside it. The next big thing in a bedroom is a wardrobe. Wardrobe takes a majority of the wall space in the whole bedroom. Mostly it takes one entire wall, so you need to plan out effectively which wardrobe you need to choose. There are two options in a wardrobe. First is openable and the second is sliding. We also have a separate video on the comparison between openable wardrobe and sliding wardrobe. That is also a must-watch video. The first thing that you can do in a wardrobe is calculate its depth requirement. The depth of the wardrobe is crucial because it takes up the floor space inside your bedroom. If you have much space in front of the wardrobe, then you can take an openable wardrobe, because openable wardrobes takes less amount of space for shutters, while in case of a sliding wardrobe, the shutters and the channel fittings take up quite a lot of space. In openable wardrobe, you can go as low as 18 inches, but the same is not possible in a sliding wardrobe. In a wardrobe, the next thing which we need to plan is the internal sections. The internal sections is basically how you use the wardrobe. Just calculate what are your exact requirements. You keep the clothes folded or hanged all the times. So as per that requirement, you need to plan that and don't waste much more space in less usable areas. Take a good combination between drawers and shelves so that you can optimally use all of the section of a wardrobe. After the bed and the wardrobe, the small items in a bedroom also plays a crucial role. Like for example, a dressing table. Dressing table, as in the previous video I suggested that you can just place a mirror on the wall itself if the storage is not required, and if storage is required, take less amount of depth inside the dressing unit so that it will be in a compact manner. You can also merge a dressing table inside a wardrobe. The side of the wardrobe is also a good place, and the front, the shutters of a wardrobe can also play as a dressing table, as we can fix a mirror on the shutter itself. If you have a study table in your bedroom or planning to have a study table in a bedroom, then you need to make sure that it is compact, because bulkier study tables don't look good if you have less amount of space in it. If you are a non-regular user of a study table, then you can make it foldable. There are folding fittings specially made for a study table, which makes it more convenient and space friendly. After the bedroom, let's see what other places do you have where you can save space or make the maximum utilization of storages, like a storeroom. If you have a storeroom inside your home, then make sure that you utilize it perfectly. One thing which you can do, that if you have a separate door for a storeroom, then don't make shutters for the storages inside. Not taking shutters for the storage inside the storeroom helps you a lot, because it saves the huge space of accessing the storages. Any which ways you have a good door outside the storeroom, it will help prevent the dust from going inside. Apart from all these rooms, if you have some special areas in your house like balconies or ducts, then you can make use of it optimally. In some cases, you can also take up the ducts inside your room so that the overall space of your room increases and you can make the usage of heavier storages inside your duct or a balcony kind of a thing. So these were all those places where you can extract the maximum space out of your current house. I hope you like this video. And before leaving, don't forget to watch all those videos that I spoke about in this video. All the links are in the description. If you have any more questions regarding a special case scenario of your house, then you can just reach it out in the comment box. We will be happy to answer. If you want Intrior to work for your next home interior project, then we have given the link in the description. You can contact us there. And if you want to see more such videos, then don't forget to subscribe us.